What's up, everybody? Welcome to another entertainment video. Today, I'm going to be doing a Chicago Bulls update, see where we stand. Welcome to everybody that's new. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, like, comment, share. Everybody that's been here before, welcome back. Thanks for the support. Thanks for checking out another video. And like I mentioned, today, going to do a quick vid, Chicago Bulls update. Preseason opens in less than a week, October 8th, and the regular season opens in just a couple more weeks on October 23rd. So once again, another NBA season is right upon us. And to start off the video, not even going to talk about anybody that's in the NBA right now. Probably the biggest news in the Bulls offseason, which is pretty sad, even though it is big news. But Derrick Rose, he retired last week, Thursday, September 26th. He made the announcement on Instagram. He had a post that showed him sitting at a desk reading the statement from a full-page news ad in a newspaper. Rose took out full-page ads in newspapers across 6 different cities, the 6 different cities that he played in. So Chicago, New York, Cleveland, Minneapolis, Detroit, and Memphis. So kind of just pretty much give thanks, like I said, to all the different fan bases that he played for. So Rose, he was a point guard from Inglewood, a South Side neighborhood in Chicago. He was drafted #1 overall by the Bulls in 2008, won Rookie of the Year in that 2008-09 season, and in 2010, he became the youngest player to win the MVP in NBA history. The sadder part of his career, he tore his ACL in 2012, then he tore his meniscus twice in 2013, 2015. Wasn't able to really get back to that form he was when he was an MVP. And after 8 years with the Bulls, he was traded away to the New York Knicks in 2016. So for his career, D Rose averaged 17.4 points per game, 5.2 assists, and 3.2 rebounds per game. So Bulls are going to be honoring him at their game on January 4th. They're going to make it into like a little D Rose weekend or D Rose celebration. So definitely going to try to get out there, see if I can make it. But you already know ticket prices are probably going to be insane, going to be bonkers for that game. And they're going up against the Knicks, so probably the 2 teams that most people remember him on, especially after we got rid of him and he ended up in New York back with that Thibs team or Thibs up there. So sad day in Bulls history. You know, Derrick Rose, a lot of people thought maybe he could even come back. Bulls are looking for somebody to run the point. Who knows, off the bench? We have a bunch of what ifs. But calling it quits, had his last year in Memphis. A lot of people thought he could mentor, be there for Morant. But Ja, obviously, like we know, was pretty injured last year. But Derrick Rose, man, my favorite Bulls player, definitely in my life. Obviously, Michael Jordan's always at the top, but I was barely a kid when he was doing his thing in the 90s. So D Rose is that player that I actually remember. He was doing his thing pretty much towards my high school career. So, you know, watching him in high school at that time where, you know, you're staying up with your friends, meeting up on Fridays on NBA TV or ESPN and NBA on ESPN on Fridays. We used to link up at each other's basements, watch those games. You watching, you know, D Rose go up against Westbrook, going up against CP3, going up against Darren Williams back in the day. You know, just all types of matchups, night in, night out. And man, D Rose just always did his thing, always held his own. And there's so many different memorable moments for me, but I came up with a little top 5 list on kind of the top 5 most memorable D Rose moments that I have. And these are going to be most just with the Bulls. I didn't include like the 50-point game he had with the T-Wolves or the playoffs that he had with the New York Knicks or even the downlights like him trying to go to Cleveland and team up with LeBron, and that didn't work at all. But these are my top 5 Derrick Rose most memorable moments on the Chicago Bulls. So #1, Bulls winning the lottery for him. So for those of you guys that don't remember, they had a 1.7 chance to get the #1 pick that year. That's the second longest odds in NBA history. Of course, the ping pong balls went the right way. Bulls got the #1 pick, took the kid out of Chicago, and the rest is history. #2, his playoff debut against the Boston Celtics. He had 36 points, 11 assists. The series was epic, 7-game series against the Boston Celtics. They had Rondo, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, just a stacked team, and D Rose took him all the way to 7 in his rookie season. And #3, him becoming the youngest player to ever win the MVP at just 22 years old back in 2010, 2011. He was just absolutely going crazy that year. You remember those matchups against the LeBron D-Wade Heat, the Kobe Lakers, and he was going toe for toe for everybody, night in, night out, won the MVP, youngest one in NBA history. At number 4 for me, the Christmas Day game-winning floater against the Lakers in 2012. I mean, Christmas Day up against Kobe, game winner, nothing else you could say. And it was just magical, man. I mean, you remember him at the top of the key, throws up the floater. So like I said, Christmas Day, game-winning floater against the Lakers in 2012. I mean, Christmas, Kobe, LA, magical. Nothing else you could say about that. And at number 5, the game-winning three off the backboard against the Cavaliers in the 2015 Eastern Semis. It put the Bulls up 2-1, and they did lose the series, but D Rose had that legendary stale face celebration. They're holding him up. He's just kind of doing that D Rose thing, looking around, and that's going to be my top 5, guys. So number 1, Bulls getting him in the lottery, only 1.7% chance. Number 2 moment, his playoff debut against the Celtics, 36 points, 11 assists. Number 3, him becoming the youngest MVP in NBA history at just 22 years old. Number 4, the Christmas Day game-winning floater against the Lakers. And number 5, his game-winning three off the backboard against the Cleveland Cavaliers in the 2015 semis. So those are my top favorite moments of D Rose in a Bulls uniform. Let me know what yours are. Let me know what you think of my 5, but those are the 5 I think of right away. There's obviously, there's more. There's plays I think about too. I think about when he split the double team against the Heat, dunked on Joel Anthony. I think about the play against the Heat too, where he went in, kind of faked one side, reversed the other way, made the layup over D Wade and LeBron. You could think about the dunk on Dragic, the reverse dunk on the Knicks on the fast break. I mean, there's so many. The one, against the Pistons where he goes up and gets the alley-oop. I mean, shout out Derrick Rose, incredible career with the Bulls, and gave us some of the best memories out there. And somebody, I'm trying to find a Derrick Rose jersey. I can't seem to find one anywhere online besides like eBay, and it's those old glossy kind of bogus NBA jerseys. But if anybody can find one out there for me, let me know. I'm trying to get that Derrick Rose jersey. I was too broke in high school to buy one, so now that I can get one, I'm trying to get my hands on one of them bad boys. But shout out to Derrick Rose, man. Great career. All right, so let's get to the actual update. I said it's going to be a Bulls update, right? So here's what's happened so far this summer with the Bulls. So just kind of on the roster side, they drafted Mataz Buzelis with the 11th pick. He came from the G League Ignite, so that new program down in the G League. He actually looks like a really solid player, surprisingly a lot better than I kind of thought, but dude is a giant, like 6'7", 6'8". Looks like he can do a lot of different things with the ball, without the ball. So I'm really excited to see how he plays. My worry about him is the Bulls got a relatively small team this year, so hopefully he doesn't have to play the 4 or anything like that. He's definitely more of a 2-3 wing type of player. Don't want to see him down low, especially not in his rookie year. What else so far? So we drafted Mataz. Other thing that's happened so far in the summer, the Bulls traded DeMar DeRozan to the Sacramento Kings in a 3-team trade. Harrison Barnes ended up going to, I believe, the Spurs. Bulls got back Chris Duarte, 2 second-round picks, and cash considerations. So kind of who's been the face of the Bulls these last couple years. DeMar DeRozan, no longer going to be with us. I don't blame him. Going on to Sacramento, he's going to be with De'Aaron Fox, playing with Sabonis as well. We'll see how they do. But DeMar kind of carried us these last few years. Zach LaVine kind of thought of when that era started with them that Zach's kind of the leader, but proved to be that DeMar ended up being the leader, ended up carrying us. Tons of game winners that he had. Shout out to DeMar, definitely a class act and professional. And in more news of people leaving the team, probably rather than coming, I guess, even though we did get someone here. Pause for that part. But so the Bulls also traded Alex Caruso to the Oklahoma City Thunder for Josh Giddey. So Caruso going to OKC, probably a piece they're looking for. Josh Giddey only going into, I believe, his 4th year in the NBA. Not bad of a player. Did run into some drama last year. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm sure I will. I'm sure I brought it up in other videos, but go do a Google on why Josh Giddey got in trouble last year or the allegations. But they're bringing him to Chicago. He did really well in the Olympics. I mean, look up some of his stats that he had for Australia. Dude was hooping. I believe he might have had a triple-double. And he was never a bad player, but obviously with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander being on the Thunder, he's going to have the ball. He's going to be making plays. Josh Giddey kind of coming in, a poor man's, I guess, like Lonzo Ball. And that leads us to the next part. Lonzo Ball says he should be ready by game 1. Lonzo has not played since January of 2021. So it's already been 3 years. And I get a little nervous when he says that he should be ready because we're only like 3 weeks away. So if you're 100% healthy, why would you not play? But he hasn't played since 2021, so well over 3 years. And it goes hand in hand. Obviously, Josh Giddey, we brought him in. He kind of does what Lonzo does. Probably not as good when Lonzo was fully healthy, but somebody that can push the pace, move the ball around, and that's kind of what we need. Kobe White coming off a great season last year. See if he could do that again. How is it when he has more expectations, when teams are gunning for him, when he's on the scouting report? No more DeMar DeRozan, so a lot easier to key in up top. And Zach LaVine, not necessarily the best off the ball. So Kobe, Josh Giddey, definitely going to be looking to try to feed Vooch, feed LaVine. And some other moves besides that. Drummond's gone. Andre Drummond going to be going to the Sixers. Solid backup there for Embiid. And fan favorite, one of my favorites, Javonte Green, is now with the Pelicans. So a lot of players more out than in. We didn't really do too much. I mean, our roster is pretty mid. We brought in Taylor Horton-Tucker, another Chicago player. They brought in DJ Stewart, another guy from Whitney Young. So I don't know what we're doing, bro. I thought for a moment when D Rose retired, like, man, don't tell me they're going to bring D Rose back, which would have been cool. But then just be like, yo, this is the D Rose retirement tour. And just give us another wasted season. And I don't want that to be, but it looks like that's what's going to happen again this year. Just kind of a wasted season for the Bulls. Got to see what's up with Matas. But besides him, I'm like, what is there to be excited about? Patrick Williams, still on the team. He's barely done anything. They brought him back. I think he got like I'm sorry. Sorry for cursing. Not really, though. He got 5 years, $90 million, and he has been absolutely nothing. So we also got Jalen Smith, so he's a solid big man, but just not a lot. I mean, added Chris Duarte, added Josh Giddey, added Jalen Smith, lost DeMar DeRozan, lost Alex Caruso, Green, and Drummond. So we basically went from being like decent mid to like bogus mid. So we'll see what happens this year, guys. I mean, only time you're going to see me at a game is if we're playing somebody good, so we could go see that. But October 8th, we're opening up the preseason against Cleveland in Cleveland. And then October 23rd, they're going to be opening up at the New Orleans Pelicans Smoothie King Center in New Orleans. So another interesting Bull season, man. I think the rookie is going to be good, but we really have nothing else on the team. Vooch, can't stand him. LaVine definitely wants to be out. Doesn't even seem like he wants to be here. Lonzo, just another question mark. So, Bulls fans, we're right back where we started, guys. Kind of just in this endless cycle of being mid, being decent, then sucking, then being mid, then being decent, then sucking, then sucking, then sucking. And here we are. So bear with me, guys. We're going to have a tough season. Still going to talk Bulls nonstop. Still going to talk the NBA. But let me know what you think about the Bulls moves. Did we actually even improve? Did we get worse? Did we get better? I think we got worse, definitely. And I really don't know what we could do. Just hope that Jerry Reinsdorf sells the team, to be honest with you guys. That's probably the best outcome for us. Right now, we're just stuck in mid-purgatory for the NBA. Billy Donovan, average coach. LaVine and Vooch, average-ass previous All-Stars. Like, let's hope Matas is good. If not, guys, we're tanking for Cooper. So, worst things worst, maybe we get the number 1 pick. D Rose retires, we get the number 1 pick. Maybe it's a cycle. Cooper flag season. What do you guys got to say? Let me know. Oh, guys, so sad. And before I even end it, I was started looking at some Bulls media stuff. So let's take a look here. Let's move this over a little bit. Got to get this in the camera here. I mean, you're scrolling on Twitter. This is our 2 giant pickups right here, Duarte and Jalen Smith. Neither of them look too excited to be on the Bulls. And then what, bro? This is right here. This little dance. Seriously? Let's start it over. This little dance, guys, I mean, we're guaranteed 15 wins right now. So what are we doing here? We used to be a serious organization. Derrick Rose was on the all-star stage, didn't even crack a smile next to LeBron and Dwight or anybody. And these dudes were on the way to like 20 wins in their dancing circle. It's a new era, guys. I don't understand. I don't think anybody here besides the rookie is going to probably be on the team next season. So I guess they're just happy to be here. But what are we doing, Bulls? What are we doing? Like, I don't even get it. Taylor and Gar. I guess Ayo might be there. But, like, this is what we do now. Like, you look at this picture, we have 4 point guards. We don't have anybody that can do anything. Man, bro. Here's our tours. Doesn't sound like a media. They take their medicine. Bro, they've been saying this for how long? We're not tearing down. We're not rebuilding. Please just do it. Why not? Oh, my God. This is one of the worst ones right here. Quincy Pondexter, Campaign. I don't even know who Buddy is that doesn't have it. It might be Shaq Harrison. I can't tell. Here we are again. Like, what is this, bro? We're going to win 5 games. We're going to win fucking 5 games. This is what they're doing. I'm putting my hard-earned money into the Bulls, and these dudes are just dancing their way to 5 wins this season. Cooper flag season. Cooper. That's all I could think about watching this. They're out the NBA. None of these guys. Who's going to be cut? Me. Matas and Ayo probably the only ones that are going to be back, man. This is so sad. This is what we've become as a team, as an organization. What are we doing here? It just breaks my heart. Every time they're going around in a circle, I'm just feeling another loss. And then Benny's twerking. Man, bro. We used to be a proper team. All right, man. This is for real empty platitudes day. All right, guys. I think this is all I could bear for today, though. But thanks for stopping by, guys. D-Rose retired. Bulls pickups. Drop a comment, like, sub. Let me know what you think, guys. Trying to keep growing the channel. I appreciate everything. Have a good rest of your day, everybody. Stay easy. Stay breezy. Never easy. Deuces.